Hello, I'm Marquis, and I'm really excited to show you today a 20-minute functional yoga flow that is good for tight hips and ankle support. We'll do that with a few very simple poses in a gentle flow. And we'll also work on our balance, which will strengthen the ankles and prepare them for whatever activity you are doing. I love this flow because at this studio, I have a wide range of people that come in, people who are very athletic and they're climbing mountains, they're skiing, and also a lot of people in their 70s and 80s who are just looking for mobility and stability support. So this flow is good for every body type, every activity level, and it's very approachable. I love it so much, and I think you will too. I'm so excited to share it with you. So we're actually going to begin standing, and I will give cues on what side of the body we're working with. So just pay attention, take a peek at me anytime you need, and let's get started. So we'll come to the top of the mat. I really like to start in mountain pose, just kind of taking a moment to ground down. You can close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and I like to turn the palms facing forward. We just signal to the nervous system we are safe. We are present. If you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, you can keep them open. And we'll just take a few deep breaths, maybe roll the shoulders back a few times. One more deep breath, deep into the belly. You can expand the belly outward on the inhale. Exhale, press the belly back in. Let's go ahead and inhale the arms forward and up. And as we exhale, we'll grab the left wrist and lean over to the right. And keeping your feet planted firmly in the ground, turn your gaze over towards your left bicep. Take a deep breath. And we'll go for the other side. Inhale back through center, arms reach up. Exhale, grab your right wrist, lean over to the left. We'll turn the gaze over towards the right bicep. Take a deep breath. And let's inhale the arms back to center, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. We'll bend the knees quite a bit. Let the arms dangle, let the head dangle. If it feels more comfortable, we can widen the stance. Anytime you have difficulty balancing, you just widen the stance, it helps. Knees pretty bent so that the belly can come closer to the thighs. And we'll just let the arms and head be heavy and start to sway side to side. Don't forget to breathe. We'll start to take the hands in a semicircle all the way to the outer edge of the left heel, back around the front over towards the right heel. And whether your hands are dragging on the floor like mine or you're halfway to the floor, it doesn't matter. This movement is going to feel nice. And we're already starting to tickle the fascia chain and say, hey, wake up. We're moving in a new stretchy way. We'll do this a few more times on each side, just making a semicircle. One more each side, all the way over to the outer edge of one heel, around the front over to the other side. We'll come back through center, let the arms and head be heavy, and slowly start to roll all the way up to standing. Once you get to standing, you can keep your eyes closed or have them open. We'll roll the shoulders back, palms facing forward. And take a few deep breaths, let the blood settle. One more deep breath here. We can take the hands to the hips right now, and we're just gonna get familiar with the feet a little bit. So much of functional yoga is just strengthening the feet and getting used to them, waking them up. And so we're gonna start there. We can bring the feet back in about hip width apart, somewhere where you feel like you can move comfortably. We'll bend the knees slightly and just start to rock forwards and backwards, shifting the weight onto the heels, forward onto the toes. And just kind of notice what happens as you do this. Maybe if you can peek at your toes, you can kind of see how your feet are engaging, maybe wobbling a little bit, what muscles turn on as you lean forward, as you go back. And then we'll do the same side to side. If you're a skier, then this might feel familiar, turning the soles of the feet out one direction and then the other direction, just shifting the weight to the outer edges of the feet. You can watch your toes, see what they're doing here. And I promise we're in a warm-up, but stay with me. This is a really good flow. And then we'll come back to center and see if you can press all four corners of the feet down into the ground like you're growing roots. Down, down, down. Press them down. Pull the kneecaps up. Slight bend in the knees, palms facing forward. We'll roll the shoulders back again. And here we have mountain pose. Take a deep breath. And let's begin. We'll inhale the arms up. As you do, the left knee comes up about hip height. As you exhale, we'll step the left foot across the front, down onto the ground. Take the left hand to your hip and lean over to the left, reaching with the right fingertips. And here we go, the first deep hip stretch. Take a deep breath. And then we're gonna do those two poses in a flow following the breath. So we'll inhale the arms up, left knee comes back up, hip height. Exhale, set it back down on the ground. Left hand comes to the hip, lean over to the left. You can bend your left knee a lot. The right leg stays mostly straight. And let's continue. You can continue just following your breath. We'll inhale, lift. Left knee comes up. Exhale, set it down and lean. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross the foot, lean. And if this is difficult for you for balance, you don't have to bring your knee up hip height. You can just do a toe tap with your left toe on the ground, slide the left foot back over, across the front and lean. You can certainly adjust it to what your abilities are. I'm going to do this a few more times. Just follow your breath. And you'll notice here we're stretching the hip and we're also working that ankle mobility, which is so important for every age and stage of life. Let's do one more. And then we'll inhale back up, just like we were, left knee coming up. And we're gonna go back to a high lunge. So taking that left foot all the way back, find a high lunge, the back heel is lifted. We can bring the arms up, lengthening the spine. And in fact, let's take the hands to the hips, just so we have a little moment to adjust the lower body. And here I can feel my right ankle wobbling. I'm a yoga teacher, but even me, I'm always working on balance. So I'm just gonna take that right foot a little bit wider, help with the balance a little bit. And then we're gonna adjust. We're gonna take this left hip forward, slide it forward a little bit, so that way your right and left hip are in line with each other. And then press both of your feet into the ground, push, push, push away like you're spreading the mat. You can just feel everything engage. And holding on to that engagement, we're gonna take the tailbone and move it around. So you can even take one hand on the low back and one on your abdomen. And while we're pushing the feet into the ground, take the tailbone back, take it forward, take it back, take it forward. We'll do that a few more times. And just notice what happens to the left hip, the low back. And this is why so many teachers say, tuck your tailbone. We're gonna tuck it forward, leave it there, left hip still in line with the right. And we're gonna hold here, pushing the feet into the ground. And when you have your tailbone tucked, it protects the low back. So keeping everything like this, as if somebody is grabbing a handle on the top of your head. Lengthen the spine upward. We're not arching our back. We're lengthening, creating space along the spine. Let's hold here. Take the arms up, palms facing each other. You can even slide your right knee forward a little bit more if you like. And then here is where we will begin our flow. Take the right hand to the hip, keeping the legs where they're at. Tailbone still tucked. We'll lean back slightly. Maybe the gaze goes upward. So this is one posture. The next one, we'll take both arms back up. We'll step forward onto the right foot. Left knee comes up hip height. That's the other move. So we'll step back to our high lunge. Right hand returns to the hip. Tailbone tucked, lean back. And then both arms come up. Left knee comes up hip height. So you can go ahead and move between these two postures on your own, keeping the alignment we just set up. You can go nice and slow. And your ankle will be wobbling, and that is good. That is the whole point. Woo. We are trying to not only work on the hip mobility, stretching this left hip in this flow, but we are also waking up the ankles and strengthening them in this balance flow. A lot of yoga classes that work on balance do postures that are just so out of reach for a good portion of the population. And even this might be, I do this flow in chair yoga, but we just use a chair to balance ourselves. And that could be an option too. Let's do one more of these. We'll come forward and up. Step back to your high lunge. And then staying in the high lunge, we can take both hands to the hips. And now we're going to turn the toes to the left. So we're in a side lunge. Take the spine upright. We'll go ahead and sink that right hip down like we're sitting in a chair. Take a peek and look at your foot, your knee, and your hip and see if you can get them mostly aligned. You don't have to be perfect. And then keeping your leg like this, I'll take the right arm up, lean to the left. Feel that stretch, it's so good. So we'll pause here. And then we're doing the two postures. So we'll come back up, both arms come up, left knee comes up, hip height. Gently step it back out. Sit in the imaginary chair with your right hip. Bring the left hand to your hip and lean over to the left. And you can continue on your own. This is so simple. I have elevated breathing. I'm a little out of breath because it is quite a bit of work. Woo. It's so good for the ankles. We're stretching the hips. And if you're following your breath, inhaling to lift, exhale, step out. We're also training the breath to be steady and deep while we move. Let's do one more. And from here, let's straighten the legs, straighten the arms into a star pose. And then we can take the heels a little wider than the toes, hands to the hips, slight bend in the knees, and we'll just float down to a forward fold. If you have blocks, you can lower your hands to the blocks. If you can reach the ground comfortably, you can do that. If you want, you can even widen your stance. And then we'll just lift the hips slightly, let the top of the head reach for the floor. Take a few deep breaths. And we'll come back out of it the way we went in. Hands to the hips, slight bend in the knees, come back up. Step to the front of the mat And it's time for the other side. So here I like to offer a little opportunity to shake it out, make some hip circles, do what you need to do. And then we'll meet in mountain pose. Palms facing forward, shoulders roll back, a few deep breaths. Regrounding, plugging all four corners of the feet into the mat, preparing for the flow on the other side. And now that you know what's coming, let's just jump right in. We'll inhale the arms up, the right knee up, hip height. Exhale, step the right foot across the front, right hand to the hip, lean to the right. That's the flow. Inhale, lift, right knee comes up. Exhale, lower, crossing across the front, lean to the right. And your right hand is moving, coming up on the inhale, back to the hip on the exhale. Your right leg is moving, knee about hip height on the inhale, setting the right foot down across the front on the exhale. And continue a few more. If you're wobbling, that's okay. That is good. We are working that ankle. We're stretching that hip. Let's do one more. And then this time we'll come up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slowly step back to your high lunge. We'll scoot that left foot wider. Take the hands to the hips. And then we can slide, I'm gonna lose my balance. We can slide the right hip forward so it's in line with the left. Press both of your feet into the ground. Push, push, push away from each other. And then you can take a hand on the low back, hand on your abdomen, and take the tailbone back. Tuck it forward, back. Tuck it forward. You might notice it feels different on this side. I certainly do. My right hip feels tight right now. And then we'll leave it tucked. Leave those feet pushing into the ground. Slide the left knee forward just a little more. Right hip in line with the left. Once you have everything, we'll take the right arm up. Tailbone stays tucked and we just gently lean back. Maybe the gaze goes up. Now we do the flow. Inhale, both arms up. Right knee comes up hip height, balancing on the left foot. Exhale, step the right leg back. Left hand to the hip, gentle lean. Inhale, right knee up, both arms up. Exhale, step the right foot back. Tuck the tailbone, lean back with the right hand. Let's do a few more. On your own, at your own pace, nice and slow. Trying to be mindful of all the things we set up. Ooh, my left ankle is a little weak. Broke my ankle like maybe a year ago now, 10 months ago. And it's still relearning balance. Ooh. Let's do one more. Lift up, step back, and then we'll bring the body upright, hands to the hips, and I'm going to face away from you, turning the toes to the right in a side lunge. Now we'll sink that left hip, sink it down, down, down like you're sitting in a chair. Right leg's just dragging behind. Left arm comes up, reach over to the right. And now we'll do the flow on this side. Inhale, lift the right knee up, hip height, arms come up. Exhale, gently step out the right leg. Ooh, sit in your chair in the left. Right hand to hip, lean over to the right. A few more. Inhale, lift. Balancing on the left foot. Exhale, right foot goes out. Sit in the chair with your left, lean over to the right. Let's do a few more. Woo. Last one. And then let's straighten to our star pose. Hands to the hips. Turn the toes inward, heels out. Slight bend in the knees. We'll go for a forward fold. Let your arms come down, your head come down. We'll take a couple breaths. And then we'll make our way to the ground, and you can pass through a yogi squat if you like, opening the feet wider than the heels. And we'll just press the elbows into the knees, palms together. I'm going to turn around and face the camera now. But we'll all meet in a yogi squat if you like that. Don't have to, you can go straight to the ground. You can also put some blocks under your hips. I'm just getting comfortable here. Once you have your yogi squat, lengthen the spine upward. Take a few deep breaths. And then let's release. We'll come down onto the mat. I like to do some windshield wipers, hands behind you, knees bent, dropping the knees side to side. More deep breaths. Calm the heart rate, calm the breath rate. And that is the flow. Really good around the world stretches for the hips. Really good ankle stability work. Let's come to a seated position. However is comfortable. You could put something under your seat to make it more comfortable. Get the last wiggles out that you need. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. And we'll take 3 deep breaths. You can bring your palms together at the chest and drop your chin. And I just love to close with gratitude for the people and community in our lives that make us feel loved, supported, seen. You can bring a few faces to mind, those people that just make you feel so good. They cheer you on. They bring you your tea or coffee. They check in on you. They make you feel loved. Bring them to mind. Notice the details of their faces. Notice the way they smile back at you. And notice the feeling in your chest as you look at them. And breathe into it. Take a deep breath. And you can say to them in your mind, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being in my life. For letting me know this feeling, this love. We'll bring the thumbs to the forehead to honor them, to honor yourself for dedicating this time, and that concludes our time together. I hope you liked it so much as I love it. This is such a good flow. I'm very into it. I've been teaching it in all my classes, from gentle, slow flow to more power vinyasa and even chair yoga. It is so good for the hips. Let me know in the